Zac Lloyd. Zac Lloyd has won the Bart Cummings Medal.
Last year's Night of Champions proved the future of thoroughbred racing is in good hands. In fact, the last 12 months of racing showed that great feats can be achieved by people from all walks of life. Those born to do it, and those from elsewhere who end up drawn to the beauty and majesty of the sport. Tonight, we celebrate the finest achievements over the past year, as well as bond over our love of racing, no matter our background. For this is the Night of Champions.
Good evening, welcome to Royal Randwick in the Grand Ballroom for another racing Night of Champions. Throughout the night we'll celebrate the Premiership winners with the awards for the 12 months just gone. We have the country and provincial, and of course the big one, the New South Wales Horse of the Year, coming up right at the end of the night. We're going to find out who is this year's Bart Cummings Medal winner. 12 months ago it was a 20-year-old young lad, Zac Lloyd. There he is. He's all grown up. He's 21 now. And he ended Chris Waller's 12-year reign in the Bart Cummings Medal. And they're both in it again, of course, tonight. First up tonight, would you please welcome Tony Matevsky, the President of the New South Wales Racehorse Owners Association.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the New South Wales Racehorse Owners Association, it's my honour to welcome you to Racing Night of Champions. It's wonderful to have you all here on this occasion. Please join me in welcoming our special guests: Racing New South Wales Director Kevin Green, Racing New South Wales Chief Operating Officer Graham Hinton, Sky Racing General Manager Adam Brownlee, Tabcorp Chief Customer Officer Jenny Barnett, Tabcorp General Manager of Media and Marketing Vanessa Sanford, Australian Turf Club CEO Matt Galanos, Australian Turf Club Vice Chair Tim Hale. Racing New South Wales CEO Peter V'landys and Chair Saran Cook send their apologies, as does the Minister for Gaming and Racing, the Honourable David Harris. Tonight we celebrate the highest achievers of the previous racing season and recognise the skill and dedication required to reach the elite level. During the 2023-2024 racing season, the 40 finalists earned a combined incredible total of $76,503,000. More than half notched at least one Group 1 win during the season, and the winners of the Everest, the Golden Eagle and the Kosciuszko are also on that list. My sincere congratulations go to the owners of those horses and the trainers, jockeys, stable staff, and the breeders who have contributed to their success. Some of the finalists have already claimed their first Group 1 of the season on the weekend, first Group 1 win of the season on the weekend, which was Via Sistina, who won the Wink Stakes from a high-quality field. Kamachi notched a hard-fought win over the Group 3 Toy Show, and the country-trained horse Cepheus claimed the listed Rolling Mile at the Hawkesbury last week. The New South Wales Racehorse Owners Association is sponsoring a rider in the Equimillion in October. We have had an overwhelming response to the call for applications and chose Antonia Bearder and former Paul Perry trained gelding Stratz Law as our representatives. We are delighted to have Antonia here tonight, and she will be drawing the raffle later on this evening. I must express my deepest gratitude for the generous contributions of sponsors who support this wonderful event, which has now been running for nearly 40 years. Racing's Night of Champions would not be possible without your backing. The partnerships, both old and new, are greatly valued. It's wonderful to have the support of our major sponsors, TAB, Racing New South Wales, Australian Turf Club, Wappet Bloodstock, Wild Oaks, Baumgirter's Chartered Accountants, Warren Saunders, Pinpoint Talent, and Dee Bortoli. Thank you to the team at Sky Racing for sponsoring, producing and broadcasting this event. Also, thank you to Greg for our wonderful host who's been doing this for many, many years. I'd also like to take this opportunity to formally thank my fellow directors, Darren McDonald, Mitchell Stone, Julianne Horseman, Stephen Warnken, Jeff Corrigan, Darcy Lawler, Bernie Hudson, Julia Ritchie, as well as our recently retired director, Peter Waters. A special thank you to Stephen Warnken and former director Blake Matthews for managing the point scoring process throughout the season, and Steve Railton, Tony Brazel, Chris Roots, Damien Hay and Nick Chalmers for their contribution to the calculations. Thank you to the organising committee for their fantastic efforts to bring this night together. Pauline Lamb and Michael Ward from Infinity Productions, Ross Brassington and his team from the ATC, and our very own Julianne Horseman, who's been filling in as our CEO and working hard to ensure this event is a success. Finally, thank you to our valued members and guests for joining us tonight. Enjoy your evening and may your horses be winners.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, let's find out how things went on the red carpet earlier tonight.
Well, Shani, it's all about the sparkle on the red carpet for tonight's Racing Night of Champions.
Indeed it is, Ali, and our red carpet has been rolled out. Our guests are coming in, and I must say, some of them are looking mighty fine.
They certainly are, and on that note, I think we should go and have a chat to a few of them.
Well, Adrian, it's been a massive season for you, but not as big as January is going to be for you and Jess.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's been a fantastic year, and yeah, what a great way to top it off with the announcement of a little boy on the way. So that's going to change things and make things exciting for us. And yeah, no doubt we'll have to be working even harder now and make sure we're achieving some better results to look after him going forward. You
do know that there'll be many sleepless nights.
Oh yeah, no, look, I've counted on that. So, but look, I'm very fortunate. Jess is going to be an amazing mother. She's been an incredible support for me, throughout my career, and we've been working hard together. And nothing's going to change with him on the way. She's going to make us both so proud.
Go and enjoy the night.
Thanks very much.
Well, Bjorn, I know you've got an early start tomorrow morning, as everyone does. So are you going to go hard early, or are you just going to keep it simple?
No, very low key, but great to be here. It's a fantastic night. Everyone's looking amazing, so it'll be very fun.
You ready? And I'll say boom. Well, BJ, tip to many winners this season?
A couple, but they do say, Shani, that you're only as good as your last tip. And the last tip was a $1.60 winner. So there you go.
Well, Ali, I must say some of our participants looking mighty fine this evening.
And enjoying a well-deserved celebration. Shani, I think we should do the same.
Shani doesn't drink. That took about 8 takes. Time for our first Bart Cummings medal update. There'll be several throughout the night, but here's update number 1.
Tyler Schiller has soared to the top of the leaderboard early in the race for the Bart Cummings medal. A pair of riding trebles and victory on front page in the Kosciuszko among the highlights. The Waterhouse Bot Stable and Nashra Willa round out the top 3. Last year's winner Zach Lloyd sits in 6th position, while it was a relatively slow start for Chris Waller in his quest for a 13th Bart Cummings medal.
Okay, so Tyler Schiller leads on the first update. That was in October. I think we pick it up in February in the new year when we get to update number 2. First award of the night, New South Wales 2-Year-Old of the Year, proudly sponsored by Pinpoint Talent. Joining me on stage, Tim Ewington, co-owner of Pinpoint Talent, to present the winner with their award. But first of all, here are the nominations.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion 2-Year-Old of the Year are Broadsiding.
Broadsiding, Bazusto trying hard, Elmore's yellow, bit of creeks on the outside, but it's a demolition job in the Atkins. It's all broadsiding for the J-Mac. Wowee, broadsiding by 5.
Coleman.
Coleman coming at it hard. Coleman lets down, races away and easily, but it's all Coleman. And Coleman, far too impressive, 2.5 lengths Anisa.
Lady of Camelot.
Lady of Camelot, Coleman ahead in front to Lady of Camelot. Coleman, Lady of Camelot, the lady dives and Lady of Camelot got up.
Manal.
Manal's winding up on the outside and Coleman as well. Traffic Warden races to the lead. Storm Boy's in trouble. Traffic Warden being joined by Coleman. Manal wide out. It's Traffic Warden. Manal. Manal going to Traffic Warden. They're wide apart. They hit it. Oh, Manal's put a bob in.
Storm Boy.
Storm Boy in front, 100 metres left to run. Highness can't bridge back the margin. Then Spy Wire, but it's all Storm Boy, and Storm Boy is too good for them in the 2-Year-Old.
A wonderful mix of colts and fillies in this year's 2-Year-Old crop. And the New South Wales 2-Year-Old of the Year is Broadsiding. James Cummings will come up and accept on behalf of Godolphin.
Broadsiding announced his arrival as a 2-Year-Old force with a dominant win in the Fernhill Handicap and backed it up a week later with a gutsy victory in the Champagne Stakes. The James Cummings trained juvenile then headed north and claimed the BRC Sires Produce before adding a second Group 1 with a scintillating win in the JJ Atkins.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the event tonight. And we are honoured to win an award as prestigious as this on behalf of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, who has his passion in racing horses, a passion that we all share. It's something that we've looked at a lot, but it's not cheap to do what we're doing, and what owners here tonight have a commitment and a passion for doing themselves. And it's the type of pursuit that costs more than just money. It costs a lot of time, it costs a lot of effort, a lot of commitment, and I've got a great team behind this horse that has enabled the horse to do what he's done in his 2-Year-Old career, and it's been an absolute privilege to be a part of it. But an amazing horse who wasn't just a brilliant 2-Year-Old, he was a 2-Year-Old with great depth, a 2-Year-Old that put up a preparation that included 3 stakes wins over 1,600 metres, and there aren't too many 2-Year-Olds in Australian racing history that have been able to do that. So he's a very special horse in an historical sense like that, and you have to love the guts of a horse who can win the BRC Sires when all those things went wrong. They're in the field up ahead of him the way they did that day. But I touched on my team earlier, and it's a team that includes Dizzy Appleby, who's here tonight, running Crown Lodge from when this horse first hit the stable there last year in February. Zach Lloyd, who's jumped the horse out and ridden him in a little bit of his track work while he was at Crown Lodge. But he's a horse that's been through all our stables. He went down to Carbine. It was a hazy beginning for his debut at Ballarat, and he was straight to Sydney to target the Autumn Carnival, and he did so from Osborne Park, and he did so in amazing fashion. So a privilege to win an award like this, to have the recognition for horses like Broadsiding, who we know that despite the cost of what it takes to be getting a stable going and having an ownership in racehorses, it's the passion for horses of this calibre that have us here tonight, and that have us striving for the absolute excellence that we do every season. Thank you.
Congratulations, James. And now from the 2 to the 3-year-old of the year, proudly sponsored by Inglis, Sebastian Hutch, CEO of Bloodstock Sales for Inglis, to present the award to the winner. New South Wales 3-year-old of the year, here are the nominations.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion 3-year-old of the year are Celestial Legend.
Nugget bursting through, and here he is, Celestial Legend, bombing them wide out. Celestial Legend won the Doncaster.
Kimochi.
Kimochi, learning to fly the outside of Kimochi, stride for stride. Kimochi does it today.
Militarise.
End-cap from Butch Cassidy, Cylinder hitting the line hard. End-cap, Cylinder, Militarise late. Oh, barnstorming finish by Militarise.
Riff Rocket.
Riff Rocket and Chaya Wolf in a great derby finish. Riff Rocket, Chaya Wolf, nothing in this. Riff Rocket just in front, clings on. Riff Rocket beat Chaya Wolf.
Zardozi.
Zardozi beat off Macarena and Kintyre, and Zardozi draws clear with the far lap stakes. Zardozi 2 lengths.
Tropical Squall.
Tropical Squall's kicking hard. Steffi's in for the fight. Tropical Squall and Neck in front to Steffi Magnetica. Tropical Squall clings on. Tropical Squall and Adam Hieronymus combine for another Group 1 success.
The New South Wales 3-year-old of the year is Riff Rocket. Debbie Kapitas will be here to accept the award.
Riff Rocket emerged as a star of the spring, combining with James McDonald to claim the Victoria Derby. In the autumn, the Chris Waller-trained gelding showed his class in Sydney with a second Group 1 victory in the Rosehill Guineas. Short-priced favourite for the Australian Derby, he capped off a remarkable 3-year-old campaign with another courageous performance.
How sweet it is. Firstly, I'd like to thank Inglis for sponsoring this award this evening. This is a real team effort, as most of racing is. The team, my family and I, we're lucky enough to have raced the mum and bred Riff Rocket, which is doubly exciting. And we've had help from Sebastian. He's a bit of our breeding mentor, so it's nice to have him on the stage with us too. Riff Rocket started out as any old gelding. Really wasn't shining much. And then he went to Kembla and he won quite well. But because of the great training effort of Chris Waller and his amazing team, Riff jumped out of the ground and took us on this wonderful ride. I know I shouldn't say it, but winning the VRC Derby was just unbelievable. And then to come back in the autumn and to win the ATC Derby, we are so proud of this horse. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. So Riff Rocket winning the New South Wales 3-year-old of the year. It's now time for the New South Wales Sprinter of the year, proudly sponsored by the Australian Turf Club. Angela Bell McSweeney, Director of the Australian Turf Club, here to present the award to the winner. The nominations for Sprinter of the Year.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion Sprinter of the Year are Fangirl.
Fangirl has started to lengthen. Fangirl wide out. Princess Grace the inside. Princess Grace and Fangirl. Fangirl won the Wing Stakes.
Lady Laguna.
Lady Laguna got a length in front of Think About It and Espiona, and Lady Laguna causes an upset in the Canterbury Stakes. Lady Laguna by a length and a half.
Private Eye.
Private Eye, one is not just late on the scene. Private Eye going to overpass. Bob of the head to the eye. Private Eye, I'd say, has got there.
Think About It.
Think About It from Cylinder. Private Eye, I Wish I Win. Think About It in front from I Wish I Win. Think About It. Think About It won the Everest.
Zapateo.
Zapateo's launching on the outside. Sunshine in Paris late. Zapateo wide out, hits the lead front. Sunshine in Paris. Zapateo won the Galaxy.
The New South Wales Sprinter of the Year is Think About It. Jamie Walter from Proven Thoroughbreds will be here to accept the award.
Think About It entered the racing season on the back of a 7-race winning streak, and his hot form continued with victory in the Premier Stakes. Sent out favourite for the Everest, the Joe Pride-trained sprinter showed his customary will to win to claim the richest turf race in the world and provide a career highlight for regular rider Sam Clipperton.
Thank you very much, folks. Pleasant surprise receiving this award. Terrific horse. Took all before him in the calendar year of 2023. Not so flash in the autumn of 2024, but trainer Joe Pride is very confident he's back to his best. So we're looking forward to big things this spring. A lot of people involved in this horse. I think we broke all records in the winners' bar. The ATC catering staff probably don't like the look of us and don't want to see us win much more. I've got to thank all those owners who showed faith in this horse when he had 12 months off. He had a hind leg issue that precluded him from racing until he was day before his 4th birthday. But the next 12 months certainly made up for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. From the Sprinter of the Year to the New South Wales Miler of the Year, proudly sponsored by Wild Oaks, Julia Ritchie is with me on stage to present to the winner. Here are the nominations for Miler of the Year.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion Miler of the Year are Celestial Legend.
Celestial Legend with a head in front. Celestial Legend kicking. Cafe Millennium lunges, miss. Celestial Legend. What a brave win in the Round Week Guineas.
Fangirl.
Fangirl takes the lead from Mr. Brightside. He's got a job to get there. The mare's going great guns. Fangirl. Look at her go. Fangirl. A big win in the King Charles III.
Obam Buramai.
Obam Buramai is charging home. It's Golden Mile. Pericles. Obam Buramai. The Japanese stallion bombed them. Obam Buramai. My goodness.
Pericles.
Kicking hard, Pericles from Skyman, and then Cambolentia, Zayrek, but Pericles is going to lead all the way.
Zougotcha.
Zougotcha got to a narrow lead from Macarena. A big run late by a Tissue. It's Zougotcha in front from a Tissue. Wide apart, a Tissue lunge. Zougotcha, photo finish.
New South Wales Miler of the Year is Fangirl. The Ingham family to accept the award.
The inaugural running of the King Charles III Stakes saw Fangirl emerge triumphant with an effortless win over a quality field, including Victorian champion Mr. Brightside. A leg injury cut short her autumn campaign, but not before another Group 1 placing at a mile in the Very Elegant Stakes.
Our beautiful Fangirl. You probably all know Ingham Racing. We've been around for a very, very long time. We never get tired of winning. We never get tired of racing. We never got tired of owning horses. This is what we were bred to do, I think. We bred Fangirl, and we're very, very proud of what she's achieved so far. Thank you very much to Wild Oaks for sponsoring Miler of the Year. Thank you very much to Coolmore, who raised Fangirl for us. All our mares are at Coolmore and they do a fantastic job of raising our foals for us. And of course to Chris Waller and his entire team who do a fabulous job. Thank you, Chris. You know what we think of you and your whole team, down to everybody, all the strappers, everybody. Thank you very much, and we're very, very proud to receive this award. Thank you.
I'll ask Debbie to stay because, not that you've won another award or anything, but you're sponsoring the next category. The New South Wales Middle Distance Horse of the Year, proudly sponsored by Woppet Bloodstock. So Debbie will present to the winner after we see the nominations.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion Middle Distance Horse of the Year are A Tissue.
Bit of Tissue sprints away, 100 metres to go, 2 lengths in front of Zaki, and then Dumas, but it's A Tissue. Shayback again, A Tissue wins.
Bois d'Argent.
Bois d'Argent and New Endeavour, Bois d'Argent, New Endeavour, Bois d'Argent in front, or maybe Bois d'Argent and nose.
Faulkner Park.
It's all Faulkner Park, 3 lengths in front of Faulkner Park. Faulkner Park has won brilliantly.
Pride of Jenny.
This is a demolition job. Pride of Jenny in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. My oh my.
Via Sistina.
Via Sistina bringing the great European form here to Sydney, and she's too classy. Via Sistina won it by a length and a half.
New South Wales Middle Distance Horse of the Year is Pride of Jenny. The amazing Pride of Jenny. Kieran Maher, trainer, is here to accept.
Pride of Jenny's remarkable rise began with a pair of Group 1 wins at Flemington in the spring. Her impressive form south of the border continued through autumn, setting the scene for a clash against the nation's best middle distance stars in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. What followed will go down in racing folklore, an unprecedented display of sustained speed that left her rivals in her wake and the racing world in awe.
On behalf of Tony, Lynn, Michael, and their family, extended family, I'm sure they've, as well as myself and my team, are ecstatic about Pride of Jenny winning this award. Thanks to you, Debbie, for sponsoring. And what a phenomenal horse she is to train. Just fortunate she came into our care. Her qualities, everyone can see from herself. That win in the Queen Elizabeth was exceptional. So I'd like to thank Deck Bates. He's got a great affiliation with the filly, with the mare, and I'd like to thank our team, especially Sammy, her strapper, track rider, and I'd like to thank all the other award winners for this evening and everyone else in the industry. Cheers.
Thank you, Kieran. And now we move to the New South Wales Stayer of the Year. It is proudly sponsored by Warren Saunders Insurance Brokers. John Saunders, Managing Director of Warren Saunders Insurance Brokers, with me on stage to present the winning trophy. But here are the noms for Stayer of the Year.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion Stayer of the Year are Athabaskan.
Athabaskan's winding up, and Allaby gets the run down the inside. Allaby went to Desert Icon. Athabaskan wide out, swamping them.
Circle of Fire.
Circle of Fire beating off Athabaskan, and Circle of Fire for Andre Adzeni takes out the Sydney Cup.
Just Fine.
Just Fine. Spirit Ridge really trying to come back. Just Fine. A brave Metropolitan win.
Kalapur.
Kalapur from Moorfelons. Carlapaw kicking from more felons. Carlapaw clinging on, and Carlapaw won the Tancred.
Military Mission.
Military Mission, Desert Icon, Wineglass Bay Boxers on 100 to go. He's Game Spirit Ridge, Hosier, Military Mission, they come hard, and Military Mission got him right on the line.
New South Wales Stayer of the Year is Circle of Fire. Kieran Maher back on stage to accept the award.
English import Circle of Fire missed the placings in his first 2 Australian starts. But once he was stepped up in distance, the Kieran Maher trained galloper displayed his true staying prowess. First came a win in the chairman's quality over 2,600 metres. Then the jewel in the autumn staying ranks, the Sydney Cup, provided a memorable and emotional moment for jockey Andrea Adzeni.
Well, really like to thank all the owners who jumped into this horse. He was an import. Some really good stable clients. I've had a lot of success in racing. And this is hopefully the start of another one. I'd like to thank Andre Adzeni. I met him about 6 months prior at crazy horse race in Italy, and his cousin was like the I suppose the James McDonald of the palio, and that's where I met him, and he come out here and in unfortunate circumstances. It was just very fitting how the whole thing worked out. I'd really like to thank him. I'd love to thank all the owners, and I'd love to thank my team also very much. Cheers.
Well done, Kieran. Queen of the Autumn, proudly sponsored by Baumgartner's Chartered Accountants. Paul Carazzo, a familiar face, formerly of Carazzo Consulting, now with Baumgartner's Chartered Accountants, long-time sponsors of this night. Here are the nominations for Queen of the Autumn.
The nominations for the Queen of the Autumn are Orchestral.
Now Orchestral, her class is starting to shine through, and Orchestral raced to the lead and takes out the Vinery Stud Stakes.
Samana.
Samana went into overdrive, and Samana and Samaji. Now Alencia's bursting along the rails, but it's Samana in front with a clear running, and Samana beat Alencia a half length.
Tuta La Vita.
Canadian Ruler's not done with. In fact, Canadian Ruler's coming back on Tuta La Vita. Canadian Ruler, Tuta La Vita, finished best at the end.
Zardozi.
Zardozi takes the lead. Zardozi beat off Macarena and Kintyre, and Zardozi draws clear with the far lap stakes. Zardozi 2 lengths.
Zougotcha.
Zougotcha got to a narrow lead from Macarena. A big run late by a Tissue. It's Zougotcha in front from a Tissue. Wide apart, a Tissue Lund. Zougotcha trying to cling on. Photo finish, Zougotcha and a Tissue.
All right, the Queen of the Autumn is Zougotcha. Big ownership group. Christine Cook, I think, is Christine is going to come up and accept the award.
Zougotcha emerged as the undisputed Queen of the Autumn after 3 successive victories over the fillies and mares. With James McDonald in the saddle, the 4-year-old mare claimed the Group 2 Millie Fox, then secured her second career Group 1 in the Coolmore Classic. Finally, she completed autumn's perfect preparation with another Group 1 win in the Queen of the Turf.
Wow. It's really lovely on a night like tonight to be acknowledged as the owners of this horse. We do all the hard work, and it's lovely that we are acknowledged that way. But seriously, people who know me know I am one of the luckiest people in racing.
I have been involved for so many years with my husband. We have been involved with so many wonderful human beings over the time. We have made so many wonderful friends and lifelong partnerships. This horse is beautiful. All we really do is pay our fees and turn up and watch this magnificent specimen do her thing. However, if it wasn't for Chris Waller and his incredible staff, she would not be who she is. Thanks, Chris. And on behalf of all the other owners who happen to be everywhere else in the world but not here, I am so pleased to receive this award from a dear friend, Paul, and his company. Thank you, everyone. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Christine. All right, let's get another update in the Bart Cummings Medal. This is update number 2.
As we move into the new calendar year, Nashra Willer and Chris Waller have moved to the top of the Bart Cummings Medal leaderboard. Jockeys hold down the next 4 positions with early pacesetter Tyler Schiller overtaken by Tommy Berry, James McDonald and Jason Collett. The Waterhouse Bot Stable also remains within striking distance.
Nash and Chris level pegging with 45, gap away to McDonald and a gap away to Zach, last year's winner. So it's Nash and Chris Waller equal after the second update. We're going to take a break. Enjoy the rest of the night. We'll be back with the Racing New South Wales Awards and another Bart Cummings Medal update very soon. Let's continue on with our awards this evening, and to everyone watching at home on Sky Thoroughbred Central. Before we move on to more awards, it's time for update number 3 of the Bart Cummings Medal.
Chris Waller holds a 1-point lead in the final update of the Bart Cummings Medal standings. Zugotcha and Riff Rocket both provided the champion trainer with dual Group 1 wins, with Nashra Willer and James McDonald also benefiting from rides on those autumn stars. Tyler Schiller sits in 4th place after his remarkable victory aboard Celestial Legend in the Doncaster, while Tommy Berry rounds out the top 5.
So they were equal at our previous update. They are together now. They were together before. They are 1 apart now. Chris Waller 1 ahead of Nashra Willer, and we'll have our final update and the winner later this evening. It's time for the Bob's Horse of the Year, proudly sponsored by Racing New South Wales. And Steve Railton, Chairman of Stewards, will be here on stage to present the connections of the horse that amassed the most amount of Bob's prize money. And there are no nominations, straight to the winner. It's In Flight for Proven Thoroughbreds. Jamie Walter to accept the award.
In Flight is the biggest Bob's beneficiary of the season, with her bonus purse reaching almost $80,000, a healthy boost to nearly $400,000 in prize money earned. In Flight's career really took off late in spring with a win at Gosford, before soaring to new heights with 3 straight Metropolitan victories through June and July.
Could get used to this, Brad. Tell you what. I guess any award that's based around accruing points implies durability, soundness, consistency, And that's what this little mare was. Part owner Brad Playford here, in flight, appropriately trained by Joe Pride, who's been airborne the last 12 months. Terrific mare. I've also got to thank Kerry Tibby from Goodwood Farm, who bred her, and also bred a horse called Private Eye. And she shares in the ownership of this horse as well. Terrific mare. I've got to thank Racing New South Wales as well for the Bob's scheme, which is a terrific boost to our prize money here in New South Wales. Robin Russell rides the mare in work, and Jay Ford, who rode her to 3 straight Saturday victories in Sydney. Thank you very much.
Now to a very special award that is announced each and every year. It's the Sydney Strapper of the Year. It's proudly sponsored by Racing New South Wales, and the Reverend Colin Watts is here on stage with me, Head Chaplain for the Australian Racing Christian Chaplaincy. And we won't go through all the nominations, but there have been a number of people nominated from stables all around the state. But let's get straight to the Sydney Strapper of the Year, and it is from the Björn Baker stable, Ashish Kumar. Congratulations.
Ashish he's a great person, and he's a very kind person. He's kind to both horse and people, and he's got a very relaxed, calm demeanour. And when you're in a high pressure business like ours, it's invaluable. We call him Mr. Reliable, aka the Wall. I tell him he's our Rahul Dravid of Baker Racing. He's always there. He's always got the team running smoothly. He's the first one there in the morning, and he's always available. Big thanks to Ashish. You are an absolute champion. We couldn't do it without you, and congratulations from all the team at Baker Racing and all the team, all the owners too. They love dealing with you. You've been an absolute marvellous addition to the team.
I would like to thank Racing New South Wales for the Strapper of the Year award, and New South Wales Racehorse Association for this amazing night tonight. And also I would like to thank everyone who voted for me and my team, Ange, Celeste, Georgia, Glenn Love and Luke Hilton, who supported me throughout. And a special thanks to Bjorn and Andrea for believing in me and acknowledging my work. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. Now to another special award for the evening, again sponsored by Racing New South Wales. This is the Carol Williamson Racing Riders Personality of the Year Award, and Chris Roots from the Sydney Morning Herald is here to announce the winner.
Always a special time for us to acknowledge Carol Williamson. She was the heart and soul of the press room for 30 years, and although you never saw her byline, you probably read a copy. She was right for AAP and kept everyone honest in the press room, especially if you backed a winner and she wanted a glass of white wine. We sort of sit down every year and talk about this award and go through the names that should be put forward for it, but this year it was such an easy task for all of us together to come up with the name, and everyone just nodded and said, it has to be this person. They have one of the hardest acts to follow in racing. When you go into partnership with a legend of the sport and someone who can talk up a horse and be so effervescent about a horse, even when it runs second, you're got a hard act to follow. But Adrian Bott come out this year and become a man in front of everyone and become the face of Tulloch Lodge. And we're so happy to give this award to Adrian tonight.
Adrian Bott has been named the Racing Writers Personality of the Year. Despite a busy year that saw the powerful Waterhouse Bott stable enjoy remarkable success in the 2-year-old ranks, Adrian remained approachable, accessible and giving of his time. His affable demeanour never wavered as he provided great insight to the form and fitness of his stable stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Very honoured to receive this award and obviously be recognised for the work that we've been able to do. And it has been an amazing opportunity that I've been given to work with Gay and put me in this position and give me that opportunity. But to have the recognition from your peers in the industry, and thank you very much to Racing New South Wales to the award. And we've got a great team behind us that allow us to get here. I've already mentioned Gay, but there's a number of staff and owners that have allowed me to be in this position that I am today. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me and certainly keep us motivated and inspired to keep going. Appreciate it.
Neil Payne wears the funny suits and you get to be Personality of the Year, hey? What about that? It's time now for the premierships. And the first of our Premiership awards tonight is the TJ Smith Award. It's for the Sydney's Premier Trainer, named after the legendary TJ Smith.
Thomas John Smith, a remarkable horse trainer from humble beginnings, who became a legend in the sport that gave him so much success. Smith's first horse was Bragger. Then there was Playboy, winner of the 1949 AJC Derby. In 1955, he won his first Melbourne Cup with Topperoa. And from there he produced top liners, Red Craze, Tulloch, Gunsin, Red Anchor, and of course his 3-time Cox Plate winner, Kingston Town. Smith made it a second Melbourne Cup win when Just a Dash scored in 1981, while he had multiple winners in the other 3 legs of the Australian Grand Slam of Racing, the Caulfield Cup, Cox Plate and Golden Slipper. But perhaps Smith's greatest achievement was his incredible streak of 33 successive Sydney Trainers Premierships.
Joining me on stage from Racing New South Wales, the sponsors of this award is Graham Hinton, the Chief Operating Officer of Racing New South Wales. Sydney's Premier Trainer is awarded the TJ Smith Award, and for the 14th time it is Chris Waller.
Chris Waller has extended his run of successive Trainers Premierships to 14 with another decisive victory in 2024. Waller's tally of 148 Metropolitan wins was 60 clear of his nearest challenger and the 14th straight year that he's topped the century mark. Waller runners claimed more than $34 million across Metropolitan tracks for the season.
Thanks very much, Greg, and thanks to Racing New South Wales, Graham, for what you and your team do for racing in Sydney. It's I think it's the pinnacle of racing in the world, and it's what the eyes are on. It's a privilege for us to be training here, riding here, owning horses here, betting on the horses. And thanks for everything that Racing New South Wales has done and continues to do. Thanks to my team all around Australia. We're very proud to have the horses we have in our stables looked after by the best staff in the country, around the world, and that's something that invigorates me every year. And through that we've got great supportive owners, and some of them have been with me a long time, and the support that I get in from obviously horses, but also friends, and it's just a great feeling to know you're getting up in the morning being appreciated by so many people. The jockeys do a fantastic job around Australia. Each and every day they put their lives on their line. Track riders are the same. Through to the stewards who do an amazing job of integrity, and another big part of New South Wales and Australian racing is our integrity, which is what we need to continue in the same vein that we've been taught. My wife Stephanie is a fantastic support to me, as is Charlie and all the main team, vets, farriers, everyone. It's a massive team, and thanks very much, and thanks to everybody for being here. It's a great celebration to be racing horses, and they don't all win, but we probably get more losers than anybody else.
Now it is time for the Sydney Premiership for the Apprentice Jockey, named after Theo Green.
I think I was in awe of the man. When I first started race calling, I was aware of his presence and the esteem and respect in which he was held, and I could see this burgeoning reputation that he had with apprentice jockeys. He became a unique teacher and creator. He was a creator of jockeys.
That was the thing about Theo. His jockeys, I think it was more hands and head than the shillelagh. They were accomplished in every facet of riding, every facet of the horse and stable.
Sponsored by Racing New South Wales, Daniel Hadley, General Manager of Investigations from Racing New South Wales, here to present the Theo Green Award for Sydney's leading apprentice jockey, and once again it is Zach Lloyd.
Zach Lloyd has won his second straight apprentice jockey's title, despite racing for the entire season without a claim. It was a huge year for the 21-year-old, who scored his first Group 1 victory, while his Metropolitan mounts won more than $11 million in prize money. Lloyd's total of 60.5 winners was 40 clear of his nearest rival.
The great Michael Phelps once said, "You dream, you plan, you reach. There will be obstacles, there will be doubters. There will be mistakes, but with hard work, with belief, with confidence and trust in yourself and those around you, there are no limits." Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I came into the season under no illusion, riding against the likes of James, Tommy, many top experienced international jockeys week in and week out, knowing that I had a whole season ahead of me with no claim as support. And of course, Dylan Gibbons there for round number 2. I knew how difficult this season was going to be. I believe any sportsman should set themselves goals. Besides the obvious of aiming to win the prestigious Theo Green Award again, my main goals were just to improve and keep learning, and hopefully win my first Group 1 as a 20-year-old apprentice. But to finish within the top 5 in the Sydney ranks, win a Group 1, have my first international experience, and ride in the biggest races around Australia was definitely more than I could have asked for. But of course, none of those goals would have been possible without the people I'm fortunate enough to have around me and the people in this room tonight. To my dad and racing manager, thank you for all your guidance and advice you have continually given me day in and day out. I know I can be a nuisance and pain at times, but you always see the passion shining through, and I'm forever grateful to have you and to have your love and support. To Your Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and my boss James Cummings, I could never express my gratitude enough. It is an honour to ride for you both every day and to rep the blue colours. To Darren and Dizzy, the relationship I have with you both, professionally and personally, is something I'll always treasure and take forward with me for the rest of my life. And to the rest of my table tonight, Ross Cole, Jason Walsh and everyone else, it's a big team effort, and I definitely could not have ridden as many winners and had as many nice horses to sit on the back on if it wasn't for your support. And to all the owners as well in the room tonight, it's a privilege to get your guidance and trust to ride the horses you guys put your whole life and put a lot of passion into day in and day out, and obviously a lot of fun. So to put that faith in a young apprentice like myself, it's a massive honour, and I hope to build relationships with you all in the future. Two I forgot last year, and I'm sorry for that, my mum and my sister. I love you both, and thank you very much for always being my biggest cheering squad. And lastly, before my apprenticeship wraps up later this year, I would like to thank everyone else in the room tonight. It's a big team effort, as everyone's alluded to, and without everyone's support in the industry, Racing New South Wales, and the great races they put on every week, it's an honour to be riding in New South Wales. Thank you all and have a good evening.
See, I told you he was all grown up. The George Moore Award is for the Sydney's Premier Jockey. Here is more on George Moore.
When you think of the great jockeys to have graced the Australian turf, you think of George Moore. There's not many in our sport's long history that have accomplished what Moore has. Famous for his association with the legendary trainer TJ Smith, and of course his champion galloper Tulloch, Moore, affectionately known as Cotton Fingers, was a 10-time winner of the Sydney Jockeys Premiership. But he was also recognised around the world, with victories in two of Europe's biggest races, the English Derby and Arc de Triomphe. With more than 100 Group 1 victories to his name, Moore was the first jockey inducted into the Australian Sporting Hall of Fame, a position richly deserved for one of racing's greats.
The George Moore Award for Sydney's Premier Jockey, proudly sponsored by Racing New South Wales. The former Minister for Racing and now Board Member for Racing New South Wales, Kevin Green, is with me to present the award to a man who this year equalled the great Ron Quinton, but with so many years left in him. James McDonald.
James McDonald has continued his domination of Sydney's riding ranks, winning his 6th straight Jockeys Premiership and 8th overall. That places him level with Ron Quinton and behind only George Moore with 10 on the all-time winners list. McDonald's mounts claimed over $20 million in prize money, his 90 winners coming at a strike rate of more than 23%.
Thank you very much. I'm going to have to get this changed next year. I'm going to have Zach. I'll go before Zach because that speech was pretty impressive. But it just shows they're so well schooled, they're up and coming, and they're so talented. So it's an absolute honour to be riding against these guys coming up through the ranks, and they definitely keep you on the toes. But it's been an extremely successful season. I'm extremely proud of it. My best yet to date, and there's so many people to thank. Obviously, Racing New South Wales, who put on a great show, to the trainers and owners for their ongoing and continuing support throughout the season. It's I can't thank you enough. To Caitlin and my family, thank you so much for putting up with me each and every time. There you are. And to Guesty, Toddy, Samo, thank you very much for your help through the year. And I cannot not go without thanking the marvellous babysitters that they're the best ever. So thank you very much.
Well done, James. We'll see how you go in the Bart Cummings Medal, because you weren't that far off the lead. It's time for the final rankings. We're going to go straight to the screen now and work from the bottom up. This is it. This is the end. Zach Lloyd, you're not going back to back. Nasrawilla has run third with 68. So it's between Waller and McDonald for the Bart Cummings medal. Chris Waller has beaten James McDonald by a point to claim another Bart Cummings medal. Congratulations, Chris Waller, the Bart Cummings medal winner yet again.
Champion trainer Chris Waller has furthered his illustrious record with a 13th win in the Bart Cummings medal. Waller held on to win by just 1 point from regular stable rider James McDonald. The pair combined for 6 Group 1 victories in Sydney over the course of the racing season. Nasrawilla finished third, a further 6 points back. After claiming 12 straight Bart Cummings medals, Waller lost his crown to Zach Lloyd last year. His return to the top suggests he's not about to relinquish his reign as the dominant force of Sydney racing.
The medal got caught on my ear, funny thing. Thanks again to everybody. It's a huge honour. It's a very competitive scene. Obviously, we've got a lot of horses and races, and I get more chances than anybody else. But this is for a team that is always behind me 365 days a year. It's as simple as that. This will be the only time I wear it. And thanks to each and every one of them. And further to what I said before, racing in Sydney's, it's dominant. It's 52 weeks of the year. When there's a problem, we try and fix it or try and act responsibly. And even the last couple of months have been a challenge for all of us. But I think when we sit back and understand how fortunate we are to be here and proud we are to be here, it's the best place, and I wouldn't want to train anywhere else in the world.
So he wins his 13th Bart Cummings medal and his 14th premiership. We're going to take another break. When we come back, 3 more awards. The Country Champion Horse, the Provincial Champion Horse, and the New South Wales Champion Horse of the Year here at the Racing Night of Champions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our final 3 awards of the night before we wrap up our Racing Night of Champions. Coming up, New South Wales Country Champion Horse of the Year, also the Provincial Champion, and then our TAB New South Wales Champion Horse of the Year award, the big one of the night. So let's continue with the awards, ladies and gentlemen. The New South Wales Country Champion Horse of the Year award, proudly sponsored by Sky Thoroughbred Central. Adam Brownlee is with me on stage, General Manager of Sky Racing and Media, to present the winning trophy after we have a look at the nominations.
The nominations for the New South Wales Country Champion Horse of the Year are At Wits End.
At Wits End on the outside, What It Goes On Down can win, rocketing by, steaming home. At Wits End snatched the lead. At Wits End, too good, flying this horse. At Wits End won the eyeliner.
Bandy's Boy.
Bandy's Boy, Malkovich. Bandy's Boy goes to Malkovich and got her.
Cepheus.
Cepheus, Astea Matea battling back. Cepheus, Astea Matea, they split the line. Cepheus did it again.
Front Page.
Front Page got 5 lengths clear. Opal Ridge, it's a bridge too far by the looks of it. Then Far Too Easy and Front Page, Tyler Schiller go back to back in the Kosciuszko.
And the New South Wales Country Champion Horse of the Year is Front Page. The dual Kosciuszko winner. He'll be back for a third crack very, very soon. Paul Giray is here to accept the award.
Front Page romped to his second successive win in the world's richest race for country-trained horses, the Kosciuszko, for his new trainer, Matthew Dale. With retired former mentor Jeff DeRay watching on, Front Page never gave his rivals a chance with a bold front-running performance. The Goulburn-trained galloper returned in autumn and almost claimed a first Group 1 with a close third placing in the Galaxy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank everyone for being here. First of all, thank Racing New South Wales for putting this event on, and a country Horse of the Year makes us feel a part of Racing New South Wales. Doesn't matter whether you're in Sydney, doesn't matter whether you're North New South Wales or on the border, where we were or started. To Sky Thoroughbred Central, thank you very much. To my mum and dad, that obviously Dad trained Front Page early on, or most of his career, for all their hard work. To Matt and Amy Dale and his team that's had Front Page for the last sort of 18 months for the care that they've taken. And but most of all, absolute honour to be involved in a horse like Front Page. He's so gentle, so kind. I owned his mum, I bred him, I had him in my place as a foal, and the places that he has taken us has been unbelievable. So to Front Page, first and foremost, thank you very much. What's up?
Hold up, wait. And we look forward to seeing Front Page back for another crack at the Kosciuszko. Tickets are on sale until the 9th, by the way. New South Wales Provincial Champion Horse of the Year, also sponsored by Sky Thoroughbred Central. Adam Brownlee staying with me on stage to present the award to the winner after we see the nominations.
The nominations for the New South Wales Provincial Champion Horse of the Year are Callapore.
Callapore from Moorfellons, Callapore kicking from Moorfellons, Callapore clinging on, and Callapore won the Tancred.
Lock Eagle.
Attractable 2 in front to Lock Eagle. Then came Lion's Roar winding up. Attractable just in front, but Lock Eagle goes to it. Lock Eagle draws level with Attractable, and Lock Eagle ran down Attractable.
Fearson.
Hard to say he's running on, but Fearson won't stop. Fearson keeps going. Fearson at big odds. Fearson's going to lead all the way.
Think It Over.
Think It Over, a length and a half to Fangirl. Think It Over's kicking hard. Think It Over wants it. Fangirl can't get there, and the King of Kembla, Think It Over, was able to beat Fangirl.
The New South Wales Provincial Champion Horse of the Year goes to a remarkable horse, Think It Over. Richard Johnson and Kerry Parker to accept the award.
The King of Kembla, Think It Over, made a triumphant return to the racetrack after 16 months off with a tendon injury. In the spring, he held off Zaki and Fangirl to win the $1 million 7 Stakes. The 8-year-old warrior returned in autumn and once again showed his incredible fighting spirit to claim a third career Group 1 in the Very Elegant Stakes. the season brought down the curtain on Kerry Parker's stable star, who retired with more than $8 million in prize money.
Thank you, Greg. Wow. Look, this is the horse that keeps on giving, even in retirement. And he's enjoying his retirement up at Diwali. I'm enjoying my retirement. It gives me more time to doctor's visits these days, but no, it's absolute thrill. This industry of ours is something unique. If I look back myself, as a child of about 5, I lived in Granville in a semi-detached house. The people on the other side of that house, he was the postman. He was also the SP bookmaker. So to put a bet on, you tapped on the common wall and Tom Claxton, the postman, SP bookmaker, would come out and take your dinner. And I was doing the form with my uncle at 5 and 6 years of age, and we were in walking distance of Rose Hill, and many a fine day up there in the company of my uncle and my grandmother, another crazy punter, and to think from that exposure to the racing industry, the racing game, you could be taken to St James Palace for the Queen's 70th Jubilee and be feted in the Royal Box at Ascot. It truly is remarkable. Of course, I'd forgotten, I'd put completely out of my mind the horse's wins, both in the 7 Stakes and the Very Elegant. It's only when Kerry rang me and said, "Hey, he might be a chance again." I said, "Wow." And here we are, truly amazed. I know that he's a very popular horse. He's a sentimental favourite among you all. Somebody's had something on at 40s. Words leave me. I really am overcome with emotion for the horse. He's something that's been life-changing for me. I have been fortunate enough on the breeding side of it to breed 3 other Group 1 winning horses, including Hong Kong Derby winner. So I've had an amazing ride, and I'd like to thank Kerry, of course, Nash for some of those heart-stopping rides of his, and everybody else that's been involved with the horse, all the people that have supported him through his racing career, the vets, etc. And congratulations to everybody here tonight for being here and enjoying such a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Congratulations, Kerry, and also Nash. Final award of the night, the big one, the TAB New South Wales Champion Horse of the Year Award. It's proudly sponsored by TAB, and before we see the nominations and announce the winner, I'd like to introduce Jenny Barnett, the Chief Customer Officer of Tabcorp.
Well, thanks so much, Greg. I'm a bit shorter than you, so I'll just drop it a bit. Good evening, everybody. What a great night so far, and I'm thrilled to be representing Tabcorp and presenting this prestigious award. It's been quite the busy few weeks for us, and busy last few days, as you can imagine. Well done. Where's Tony? He's not over there, but well done, Tony, to your team and the organisation on the event tonight. It's such a wonderful celebration of the racing industry in New South Wales, and the event just keeps going from strength to strength. I also wanted to acknowledge some of our other key partners here tonight, including the ATC, the board of the ATC and some of the team I can see over there, as well as Racing Wales, Graham and the team also. The regional clubs that are here tonight as well, and everyone who contributes to the racing industry behind the scenes. TAB is really proud to be a sponsor this evening in an industry that we love and support so much. Racing is in our DNA, and everything we do at TAB and Sky is about growing and promoting the industry. I wanted to take this opportunity to recognise our great Sky Racing team, led by Adam Brownlee, who's somewhere over there, getting his photo taken. The team at Sky are covering the event tonight, so can we just say thanks with a round of applause for the Sky team. Now, of course, you know our talented presenters. They're scattered around here, including you, Greg. But there are hundreds of people behind the camera at Sky and behind laptops at TAB who take Australian racing to the world. 150,000 races a year across 60 countries in 4,000 venues across 50,000 screens. Plus our great TAB app, which has had a makeover, as hopefully all of you know, which has millions of visitors every week. So the size and the scale and the impact TAB and Sky have for this industry is unmatched. Now, what usually happens at these events is that people come and tell me everything that they'd like to see in the app, or you've got lots of suggestions. So I'm just down the front there. Don't be shy. Feel free to tell me what you think, and we'll see what we can do to make things better. Congratulations again to all the finalists and winners tonight, and I wish everyone the very best for a very successful Spring Carnival.
Jenny is about to hand the trophy over to some lucky connections who are going to win the New South Wales TAB Champion Horse of the Year. But before we do that, here are the horses in contention, the nominations for Horse of the Year.
The nominations for the New South Wales Champion Horse of the Year are A Tissue.
A Tissue sprints away, 100 metres to go, 2 lengths in front of Zaki, and then Duas, but it's A Tissue. J-Mac again, A Tissue wins.
Fangirl.
The mare's going, great guns, Fangirl. Look at her go, Fangirl. A big win in the King Charles III.
Pericles.
Kicking hard, Pericles from Skyman, and then Cambalentia, Zayrek, but Pericles is going to lead all the way.
Think About It.
Think About It from Cylinder, Private Eye, I Wish I Win. Think About It in front from I Wish I Win. Think About It! Think About It won the Everest.
Zoo Gotcha.
Zoo Gotcha got to a narrow lead from Macarena. A big run late by A Tissue. It's Zoo Gotcha in front from A Tissue. Wide apart, A Tissue lunge, Zoo Gotcha trying to cling on, photo finish, Zoo Gotcha and A Tissue.
So the nominations are A Tissue, Fangirl, Pericles, Think About It and Zoo Gotcha. The TAB, New South Wales Champion Horse of the Year is Fangirl. Congratulations to the Ingham family and their famous cerise colours. Fangirl is Champion Horse of the Year.
Fangirl's brilliant year began in the first Group 1 of the season with a courageous win in the Wing Stakes. She then produced arguably the performance of the spring, a stunning victory over the nation's best milers in the King Charles III Stakes. An equally impressive return in the Apollo Stakes in autumn raised expectations of further glory, but after a close second in the Very Elegant Stakes, a leg injury cut her season short. Still, fan favourite Fangirl had done enough to cement her standing as the New South Wales Champion Horse of the Year.
This is just unbelievable. This gorgeous horse of ours had an accident earlier this year, and we weren't sure whether we were going to still have her. But she's strong. She's amazing. The team around her are very amazing. The doctors at REC, they spent all their time looking after her, doing everything they could. She responded very quickly, but boy, it didn't look ugly. Thank you, TAB, for sponsoring this amazing award. It never gets old to take something like this out in horse racing. It's an exciting sport, and there are so many people from the ground up that actually get enjoyment from it, not just us, lucky at the top. We're at the top tonight.
We do have a couple of brothers, but they're not here, so
that's their problem.
Anyway, we're always here.
We're the doers. Girl power. No, thank you all. And this is every owner's dream, every trainer's dream. Just keep dreaming. They do come true.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Lynn and Debbie. Congratulations to all of our winners. And that wraps up our awards tonight. For those of you in the room, there's plenty more to come. For those watching at home, thanks for joining us on Sky Thoroughbred Central.
This is for a team that is always behind me 365 days a year. It's as simple as that. This will be the only time I wear it.